so after that epic battle with the worm scratchling and hatchling and the golem at the fallen gate, I think Gandali might choose to rest here at the fallen gate before proceeding into the vats. So let's go through that process. So we take the rest action. Again, we have a quick look at our player aids. And the rest action, we're going to do recovery. Time passes. So there's no time pulls. It's nothing to do but increase the threat track. We ready all character cards. So Gandali gets ready. We ready the Stormforged Pillar. And then we heal for 1 plus a boost card, but we're at maximum health. And then we have to do any required rest actions. And the only required rest action we have is from the urchin. Remember, this is the kind of blind beggar child, sort of quasi supernatural oracle that is following along, or leading us along perhaps. So at rest, she's starving, and I have to discard some equipment, some iron rations or whatever, or lose 2 health. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to discard that equipment and then move on to reflections and other rest actions. So I really don't have any specific rest actions I can perform, but I would like to cast these Ioun Stones if possible. And I can do that using one of my existing memories. So I have jungle and cultist memories in addition to these locations that we have completed. So if I took the jungle memory, I'd get +1 shadow. And if I took the cultists, +1 presence. And I think I'll do that because +1 presence will actually give me a boost to my defense. So to do that, I need to exhaust Gandali and activate that bound power that's casting the stone. And I simply tuck the cultist underneath to remind me that I have boosted my presence score. And I'm going to actually add the +1 token there to remind me that my defense is now +1 because my presence has been increased. So we've got a +2 presence we've got to remember. All right, so the other memories, I need to convert these to experience. I don't think there's anything specific there. There's Wrangler, Tinker. Don't really have anything I can apply that to. Maybe I should rummage around in the backpack. I'll do that. I'm going to have a look to see what we've got. So that's a smoke of the dimensional gateway. That's interesting, but nothing I can really specifically upgrade. All right, so I'll just take 1, 2, and these are both standard enemies. So 3, 4 experience points. So we'll put those into the banish pile and put our little worm friends at the back of the jungle faction deck. All right, and 4 experience points are ours. Let's throw those little mastery tokens in there. Okay, so at the end of the rest action, we just have to quickly check that we haven't exceeded any of our inventory limits, and if we're well below all of that, we have nothing. We're kind of completely depleted at the moment. Okay, and we break camp. All right, no problem. I'm going to hold on to that experience and we will explore. So we explore into the vats. Time passes. I should have rolled a number of time for my stone. Let's just put that out there. It's 2 + 1. There should be 3 time here. And one of those time has already gone. We increase the threat track. Look at our explore token. Grit boost. We get a nothing, so just +1 on our grit. And what is here in Z8? The vats. All right, the vats. Let's have a look. It's a nice little friendly fellow we've found in the vats. It says, You enter the fleshworks, shadowed alcoves house eerie contraptions, and distillation vats bubble with bubonic brews. Here, Thoth's carvers and muscle mechanics stitch their arcane arts. Upon the workshop table rests an inanimate, half-formed golem. So we've got a peril action here which we have to decide upon. And it says, will you butcher the golem or awaken its might? Well, I can't help myself. I'm going to attempt to awaken its might. Let's see what that says. So awaken its might, we need to check law. Well, we're pretty good at law. We got a +2 there. Check law 5 with +2 mod per item discarded with clockwork or vital keywords. So our item is a curio only, so that's not very helpful. On a fail, move to memories. On success, gain a cultist horror as a companion. Okay. Well, let's see whether we can awaken the might. Law 5. Coming up. Ooh, a 5, that's +2 is a 7. The 3 counts, so we're at 3. We just need 2 more to get to law 5. Oh, that's 1 more, so we're at 4. 1 more successful skill check. We're done. Okay, so we are at SAT 6. So we're successful in awakening the might. Let's have a look at that. So we're going to go to the cultist deck, and we're looking for a humanoid horror. Cultist horror. There we go. Flip that over. We have a giant golem. Nice. And we have to attach the Gorm persona. Gorm. Gorm goes where he's told. All right, very good. So if we look at the Gorm traits, it says ignore all traits and powers. So the standard golem powers do not apply. However, Gorm has a special ability. He can say, I am Gorm. That's very useful. And if he has 1 item equipped, he can use this blood bag ability and heal a character in our party for 3 hit points. Okay, so that's pretty good. He's sort of like a meat sack that we can load up with equipment and use to heal the party, or I guess tank some damage. So I'll put old Gorm there at the end. And let's soldier on. So at the vats, there's 2 secret doors there. I'm going to scout. Probably going to have some problems because I don't think there'll be 2 secret doors here. So we choose to scout. We get, ooh, no secret doors at all. So because these tiles don't have any doors that can connect to these 2 secret doors, which are the only ways out of the vat, then we have to connect them to the nearest legal connection point. So in that case, we're really looking at 1, 2 here, or 1, 2 here. So probably both of those locations. Let me just bring this down. It's not very helpful. I think I'm going to put the stone altar here. And the Eldritch Halls I'll put up there, like so. So I've got a few options. I mean, basically, I don't know if this has got some information or some mapping information or whatever, but we weren't able to find the secret doors, but we could determine some other regions of the dungeon that are as yet unexplored. So we've got a couple of options. We could attempt to move to those locations. In this particular instance, we'd have to explore through the crumbling pyramids, or alternatively make our way through this area here, which, remember, is a backtrack token. We're going to have to run the risk of meeting up with some wandering monsters as we go through there and lose a little bit of time. Or we could keep searching in the vats. All right, let's do that. I haven't done that in a very long time. So let's do 2 scout and move actions at the same time. So on 2 consecutive scout and move actions, you need to resolve a backtrack event, and at the end of the action, All right, so we're going to draw the last remaining tile. That is the throne room. Exactly what we're after. And now we will resolve a backtrack. So time passes, the threat track goes up. We lose one of these little time tokens. That'll go back here, and we lose a maximum health, so we're getting in a bad way here. And then we need to check shadow. 0 mods on shadow. Oh, it's a weak hit. Look at that, it's a weak hit. So on a weak hit, spawn Ziggurat Hunter in pursuit with D4 + 1 time. So Ziggurat Hunter. Let's have a quick look in the Ziggurat faction deck for who is chasing after us. So that's this creature. Goes into the pursuit track. And we're going to place D4 + 1 time. So that's 5 time. Pretty good. So they've heard a whisper of us. They're hunting us down, but they're well behind us. All right, that wasn't too bad at all. We seem to have got away kind of scot-free in that particular situation. Very good. Okay, so next trick is to explore. So we're going to move into the throne room. We're going through a secret door. So the moment we go through a secret door, remember, we get a little special bonus if it's the first time. We get 2 grit, so I can increase our grit track. And we also get to add 3 time to any monster in pursuit, which is pretty good because we've got this Ziggurat creature after us. It's the only thing we can add time to. So I'll add 3 time here. Grab the explore token. It's a heal. There's nothing I can heal, so it doesn't matter. And then Z3. And Z3, in this instance, the throne room, will actually progress the quest deck. So we go to the quest deck and take on the next card. The Primarch! Seated upon a crude throne, the mighty Maboon Alpha exerts dominion over his primal brethren. The Maboon troops stand as vigilant sentinels, their eyes gleaming with untamed ferocity. Further access to the Ziggurat will hinge upon their subjugation. Well, all right. So on reveal, as we enter the throne room through a little secret door, the Primarch bellows a challenge, and the entire troop launches into a frenzied assault. Oh, we have to face the Maboon Court. I'm going to spawn a Jungle Maboon, the Maboon Alpha, and then immediately enter the fray. And unfortunately, we're going to start entangled, which is not a great look for us. All right, and on that note, before we get into it, I think that's a good cliffhanger to end this session.